Assalamualaikum people, welcome to day 12 of the Mulakan Sekarang podcast. Pardon me. Okay, so today it's something lightweight. Like I feel yesterday is a bit too heavy when I talk about food, and I sincerely apologize on the quality of the recording because the input and output is actually by this speaker, Soundcore speaker, guys. Then I have to enhance the audio, and although I enhance the audio, it sounds like I'm sorry, guys. So today, the topic for today is something that I can remember near and dear with me. Is the start of my tertiary education. Well, if you haven't watched my education episode, you can actually look back into my archive. I think episode number 9 or 10, I can remember. I think 9. Yeah, I talk about education, and today specifically I want to talk about my memories in Singapore Poly. So back in my Polytechnic days, after I graduated from my O levels, I take 5 years to take O levels, normal academic, and when I enrolled into, when I was about to actually choose what I want to do, to be honest, I don't know. There's engineering lah, there's nursing lah, there's media lah, there's digitalization. I don't know what sort of all these things. So I end up choosing IT, information technology. And I'm quite happy enough that I landed myself in Singapore Poly. Number one is near my place because previously I stayed in Jurong, and Dover is probably very near school, Polytechnic. Compared to the rest, like RP lah, Nanyang, Nian is actually okay. Nian is in Clementi, so it's fine. One more is Temasek, of course, of the grid, because I'm the west side. So, the joy of being in a polytechnic, of course, you don't need to worry about uniforms, but it is a phase where you are finding your self-identity, what to wear, how cool you want to be in school, all those superficial stuff lah. Well, I was a teenager. I was 17 back then, and everyone in school want to look good. Everyone in school trying to be the best of themselves, and of course, during that time, I am listening to a certain type of music, indie. And people who dress like independent music listeners or gig goers, they have a certain type of dress up. We wear jeans, we wear t-shirt with band t-shirts, and then of course you wear you don't wear tapered jeans, that's one for sure. But you wear something that is straight cut, and if to some extent it can be slightly like a bell bottom, but it's cool like that. And then you wear Jack Purcell, or basically what's the high cut Converse, Jack Purcell, or what's that name called, Converse high cut or something like that. I can't remember the exact model. So during that time, it's about the glamorous of being a poly student. I still remember hunting for a girl's number. Wani, if Wani, you're watching this, it's something which I'm paiseh rabak. You are one of a few ladies that is that joined the IT school, because no girls want to learn IT except for a few, which is you, and maybe there's one more, Hidayah, and then I can remember, and a few more, not many. So I I was super awkward. I kind of like asked her to go out or something. I can't remember. It's just it's very awkward. I think I asked for her number on the first few days of orientation. It was so bold of me. I think I can, because to be honest, I don't know why I have so high confidence to approach a girl and then ask for hanging out. I don't know why. Perhaps towards the end of secondary school, I kind of like aced my O level, and then kind of like I know this can be replicated in the poly, but man, I was wrong. I kind of like got rejected, I feel. So throughout my poly years, many beautiful things happen, and one of the things is actually the experience of understanding how poly curriculum works, and it goes by a certain semester, or semester or trimester, I don't know, alongside with a few elective modules, and to a certain extent, I can't brain how the IT course is being shaped, because back then there was no Facebook yet. MySpace was a thing. And I still remember, because of MySpace, the band blew up. I'm going to talk about the band itself on a separate episode, but it was the MySpace days during my Polytechnic years. And you just imagine those people who are in the MySpace era, your IT ecosystem is as of such that for websites you still do use Dreamweaver. For websites you still use HTML and bare code. WordPress wasn't really there. I think it's just about starting out. Okay, WordPress is in the early versions, and yeah, I wasn't really fond on websites back then, but I'm into just being in school, trying to be cool, and hang out with people of like-minded. We end up like having this group of people called the taxi standers. They are basically people who smokes outside school, and we kind of like network and become a group of friends. We call ourselves taxi standers. Well, a bit of cringe when I hear it back. Basically, during Ramadan, you won't see any taxi standers out there. If you see, then you know, don't tak puasa. And I forged good friendships in Polytechnic, and we go for Jalan Rayas, and it's nice. And the formation of the band forms like a community, like a group. Like I said, I will talk about it later because that is by itself a whole topic. So Singapore Poly is a start of something new for me. It's a start of me learning and experiencing new things. It's a start for me to adult, to grow, to learn about how having a skill like the IT stuff is shaping my myself at this day and age, because some people say that whatever they learn in poly they are not applying right now. I can safely say that whatever I learn in poly I do apply right now. Why? Because inside poly it teaches me systematic learning through segmenting a different type of skills within each trimester. So I almost wanting to quit, but my partner Shak, my classmate, kind of like we help each other with our weakness and strengths, and we complement. We built a project together called Red Indian. It's like a game. It's a 2D game that we created using keyboards, and then we tried to dodge a bullet from the villain or something like that. And then we created 3D animation. I think it's still there in my channel. It's called Iron Maiden, because back then I was really creating songs, random songs about Iron Maiden and stuff like that. It was fun. It was great. And we occasionally have lunch under the Red Bridge. And why they call it Red Bridge? Because they say it was haunted. Someone pregnant died over there, and then the whole bridge got blood. And then the reason why they paint it red, they don't want the blood to be staining the whole bridge. So that's why it's red. So many mystic stories about it, just to make people feel scared. They share this in the orientation. Talking about orientation, wow, there are 2 orientation that I attended. And one of them is MLS, Malay Language Society. I won the best camper. I don't know how, but apparently I performed very well. I lead the group very well, and now I become a best camper. Well, I guess people know me from there. And another orientation is Kid Club. We go on like a night walk, and this is where they tell all these stories lah. And it's fun. I love it. And I think to some extent, I forged also good friends from skate club. Shout out to Siraj, Fuad, and others, because like Dan. Oh, I love these people, man. We occasionally skate outside our school hours, and outside. I mean, even we are graduated, we still meet and we skate. Those were the skating days. Gosh, that it will be another topic that I can share with you guys. My experience of starting a new hobby, which is skating back then in secondary school. Yeah. So, but this topic is dedicated for SP. Okay, for these guys from from the podcasters, they are from TP. So TP is something I can relate lah. But when it comes to SP, anything SP, this is the episode for you guys. So I joined year 1 in 2007. I graduated to go to NS in 2009. So 3 years, 7, 8, 9. I think I stayed back one module, which is networking. I think I overslept on the exam day. Well, it was crazy, man. I don't want to experience that again, because it requires me to pay for the exam fees. So yeah. So Singapore Poly, whoever in the SP back in the years in 07, 09, you might have come across me back then. On my first year, I had a long hair. Kononnya indie lah, trying to be cool, trying to act as I love grunge as well, grunge music, Nirvana, trying to wear those Nirvana Kurt Cobain jacket, and then a bit of torn jeans, and make it, basically we want to look cool lah. But all those periods are, I mean, learning is secondary, being cool is primary. And during those days are the days where we attended a lot of gigs, a lot of music in Esplanade, and almost every Saturday we kind of like not every Saturday, every timely weekdays at night, we kind of like hang out at Takashimaya, meeting the MySpace kids. At Takashimaya, we call it Budak Taka or Esplanade. If there's a performance like a ska gig or any local bands that's playing, like Force Vomit, Plain Sunset, or Full Pledge Monkeys, all these bands that pioneer during that time, that we love to attend as a 17-year-old, 18-year-old teenager. It was fun, it was great, and yeah, it's just fun to be in poly. Although my classmates are all quite nerdy, except for Shak. Shak also nerd lah. He wears spec kind, and we have a few close friends, Tim, Russell, and Julius. These are the 3 Chinese friends that we have, that we are close lah. I remember once we graduated, we played bowling at SPSU at the back of the Singapore Poly, somewhere in the middle. And it's fun. What else can I remember? Skate club is one of them. Every Wednesday, I find myself skating from Dover MRT all the way to the basketball court at the end of food court 4, food court 3, I can't remember. Because that basketball court is reserved for skate club members. They will set up a railing. They will set up I think there is ramps. They put ramps over there, and we had fun throughout the evening. And usually we will sweat until the day ends at about 10 p.m. and we played Oli Downs and stuff like that. I enjoy my poly days. Singapore Poly have if I were to given a chance to even do a contribution to Singapore Poly, like as someone who wanted to give back, probably in the marketing space or the website space, by all means I want to do that. I want to be part of what Singapore Poly is right now. And shout out to my lecturer Alvin Tang, who is actually considered a form teacher in year 1 or year 2, I can't remember, but he is like a pivotal figure who believes in me and Shak because of some sort of something that bonds us together. I can't remember what is it, but he trusted me and Shak to succeed in the IT field. Eventually, we graduated. We graduated with games development. FYP, we do it separately. I got internship at the EA, Electronics Arts Pacific, which have those FIFA stuff, NBA, hockey. Back then, the games are still not as crisp clear as right now the PS5s. My experience in doing intern is also quite fruitful. I think I spent a good 6 months in that particular semester to go just for intern. I was earning about $800, $600 to $800, can I remember, just to game test. Oh yeah, the role that I was given was game tester, QA tester or game tester, I can't remember. So all we do is to play games, guys. You think it's fun, right? But the job simply makes you play that game again and again and again until you get bored. Got one point of time I slept while playing a game. Because imagine, for example, NBA, you need to play the easy mode. When you play the game, you have, of course, it's fun one time. If you repeat it again, you know already what to expect. And then imagine you have to do it for easy. I think there's 4 levels: easy, intermediate, advanced, and pro, or something like that. And then, of course, we find it struggling. We find it hard to actually beat the one in the pro level. But the first 2 or 3 levels is quite easy. It's a breeze. And then for any bug that we find, we need to report. And that job, truth be told, is boring, guys. The art of playing game is fun, but the art of QCing to test game bugs, it's not fun, because you need to look out for bugs. Like, for example, when you throw the ball needs to go inside the net. If the ball go sideways, then you need to highlight to the engineer, okay, during this period, this time frame, when I'm trying to do this, the ball doesn't really fall into the correct space, or it doesn't trajectory to the location that is expected. So yeah, wonderful memories in terms of, if you ask me about Singapore Poly, and talking about the food, which I can remember until now. There's 6 food courts, and we are located at food court 6, the most highest elevated food court compared to the rest. So the food court 3, 4, 5, I think, in the middle, and then 1 and 2 towards the end, close to the Anglo-Chinese area, the Dover side, the area. So we are at the food court 6, near to the Newton Secondary School, around there, close to the Masjid Darussalam. I love the cincau, the soya bean. And there's a few stalls that I remember that me and Shak always eat. But most of the time we bekal food from home. If my mom have the capacity to pack for me, then I ate the food from home, and we ate under the Red Bridge. It was fun. People like friends like Shami, I'm not sure where she is right now. Kyrie is around. He's staying in Tampines, stuff like that. Who else? In overall, I enjoyed my time in Singapore Poly, and I am really grateful of that journey, the 3-year journey, because it taught me a lot. It teaches me to start. So to dedicate today's episode of Mulakan Sekarang Podcast, I mulakan that time to explore new things. Initially, I thought it's all about acting cool, but slowly I learned about picking up hobby by skating. I slowly learned about the educational system. I slowly learned about the working life as a IT engineer. I slowly learned about making new friends, because everyone have different walks of life, and that opens up many perspectives and broaden up my network within the poly space. To be honest, I don't really connect with many poly people. Still do some. Most of them are on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. But I cherish those guys, man. I hope we can do some sort of reunion. And yeah. So to close this off, I thank you guys if you are still watching this. If you're SPians and you're running a business, of course, check your website because I'm running an offer. $1 offer if you want your website to revamp. Just subscribe to a annual subscription of my platform, Mulakan, at just $9.97 a year. And then we can talk, we can discuss, I can help you, see how we can go from there. So with that, I dedicate this to all my fellow SPians. I love you guys. Hope to see you guys again. And take care. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.